You're using ChatGPT for everything right now, aren't you? Same. I did too, for almost a year. But after running both ChatGPT Plus and Claude Pro side by side for months on the exact same prompts, I caught ChatGPT doing something I genuinely couldn't unsee. There are at least 4 specific tasks where it's quietly costing you time, money, or worse, handing you wrong answers with a straight face. And the wildest part? Claude does all 4 of them better for the same $20 a month. So, in this video, I'll walk you through the exact 4 tasks where you should stop reaching for ChatGPT and start opening Claude, backed by real benchmark numbers, not vibes, so the next time you sit down to work, you actually pick the right tool. Stick around, because number 3 is the one that almost burned me on a real client project. Let's start with the one that affects literally everyone watching. Anything where being wrong actually matters. Here's the thing nobody warns you about. When ChatGPT doesn't know an answer, it doesn't tell you it doesn't know. It just makes something up, confidently, with perfect grammar, and you'd never know unless you fact-checked it line by line. I'm not being dramatic here. On a benchmark called AA-Omniscience, GPT 5.5 was caught hallucinating, meaning confidently inventing wrong answers, 86% of the time. When it didn't actually know the answer, Claude 4.7 on the same test? Just start 36%ing. That's not a small gap. That's the difference between a friend who admits, "I'm not sure, let me check," and a friend who confidently sends you to a restaurant that closed in 2019. So here's the rule. If you're asking about a legal citation, a medical fact, a historical date, a tax rule, a stat for an article, anything where you can't immediately verify the answer yourself, switch to Claude. It's far more likely to stop and say, "I don't have reliable information on that," instead of guessing. For verifiable stuff, like code you'll run or math you'll check, ChatGPT is fine. But for trust without checking work, Claude wins, and it's not even close. This single switch will save you from publishing wrong information. I promise. Reading charts, dashboards, and visual data. Now here's one. Most people don't even realize they're losing on. Vision tasks. Both ChatGPT and Claude can take images as input. You drop in a screenshot, they read it. Easy. But there's a quiet specs gap nobody's talking about. Claude 4.7 just bumped its image resolution support up to 160 pixels per side. More than 3 times what it could handle before. Why does that actually matter? Imagine the difference between reading a road sign from across the parking lot versus standing right next to it. That's roughly the gap. If you're feeding it a dense Excel chart, a financial dashboard, a UI mockup full of tiny labels, or a screenshot of a complicated graph, Claude is going to read details ChatGPT will straight up gloss over. And the benchmarks back this up. On CharXiv, the standard test for chart and visual reasoning, Claude scored 82.1%. ChatGPT didn't even publish a comparable score, which usually tells you everything. So, if your job involves analyzing visual data, dashboards, charts, financial reports, design mockups, anything dense and visual, stop screenshotting into ChatGPT. Switch to Claude. You'll get more accurate reads and fewer "let me look at this again" loops. Quick one for the comments. What do you mostly upload images to AI for? Charts? Code screenshots? UI mockups? Curious where this audience lands. Big, multi-file coding projects. Okay, this is the one that almost burned me on a real project. Listen up. ChatGPT is fantastic for what I call scoped coding tasks. Fix this function, write this script, debug this error. It's fast, it's concise, it gets the job done. But the second you ask it to work across a sprawling code base, where changing one file ripples through 5 others, it starts missing things. Subtle things, the kind of bugs that don't show up until production. Claude 4.7 is built different for this. On SWE Bench Verified, which tests AI coding against real GitHub issues from real projects, Claude scored around 89% to ChatGPT's 84%. That 5-point gap might sound small, but in practice, it's the difference between Claude reading the entire pull request like a senior engineer and ChatGPT being the fast junior who fixes exactly what you pointed at and ships it without checking what else broke. There's also the memory angle. Claude 4.7 memory has something called file system memory, meaning it can persist notes and context across sessions. So, if you're building an app over 2 weeks, Claude actually remembers what you decided last Tuesday. ChatGPT pretty much starts every conversation fresh. Now here's the catch, and I have to be fair. ChatGPT crushes Claude on terminal and DevOps tasks. We're talking 82.7% versus 69.4% on terminal bench. So if you're writing shell scripts, doing system admin or single file work, stick with ChatGPT. But for big architectural projects, multi-file refactors, or anything that spans weeks, switch to Claude. You'll ship cleaner code and catch the bugs ChatGPT skims past. Long multi-session projects that need memory. This last one is sneaky, because you don't notice the cost until you've been bleeding it for weeks. You know that thing where you open ChatGPT, start a new chat, and have to spend the first 3 messages re-explaining context? Okay, so I'm working on a coffee shop business plan. Target market is remote workers. We landed on the name last week. Brand colors are green and cream. Every single time. Death by 1,000 re-explanations. Claude's file system memory genuinely fixes this. It can persist notes across sessions. So when you come back tomorrow, it actually knows what you were working on. For a long-running project, drafting a book, building an app, planning a launch over weeks, writing a thesis, that's not a small feature. That's the difference between starting fresh every morning and picking up exactly where you left off. Both models also have massive context windows now, about 1 million tokens each, which means you can paste in roughly a 300-page document and it'll handle it. But raw context window only helps within one chat. Memory across chats is what compounds over weeks. So, if you're working on anything multi-week, multi-session, or even just multi-day, where context matters, switch to Claude. The compounding savings on re-explanation alone will pay for the subscription. When not to switch. Real talk for a second, because I'm not trying to sell you on Claude being some flawless wonder. There are absolutely tasks where ChatGPT still wins, and you should keep it in your toolkit. ChatGPT crushes terminal commands and DevOps work. It has a massive plugin ecosystem, code interpreter, browse with Bing, DALL-E image generation, voice, all in one app. It's significantly more token efficient through the API, meaning it's literally cheaper to run at scale. And for quick scope tasks, it's faster and snappier. So this isn't a delete ChatGPT video. It's a stop forcing the wrong tool on the wrong job video. Use ChatGPT for fast, scoped, verifiable work. Use Claude for high-stakes accuracy, vision, big code projects, and long-running work. They're teammates, not enemies. So here's your action plan. The next time you sit down to work, ask yourself one quick question. Can I verify this answer easily, or do I have to trust it? If you have to trust it, open Claude. The next time you're about to upload a chart or a dashboard, open Claude. The next time you're starting a project that'll take more than a single sitting, open Claude. And the next time you're refactoring a real code base, open Claude. Everything else? ChatGPT is still great. Keep using it. If this saved you from making a costly switch or a costly non-switch, drop a like and subscribe so you catch the next one. And tell me in the comments which of the 4 switches surprised you the most. I read everyone. Until next time, work smart and pick the right tool. See you in the next video.